Yes, this is actually my first time in Vietnam, and I have to say I'm really impressed so far. I arrived in Ho Chi Minh City a few days ago, and the first thing I noticed was how busy and energetic the city is. The traffic is quite intense, especially with so many motorbikes, but somehow everything still works smoothly. I've tried several local dishes like pho and banh mi, and I absolutely love the food here. It's fresh, flavorful, and quite different from what I usually eat back home. The people are also very friendly and helpful, even though sometimes we have a language barrier. So far, my experience has been very positive, and I'm really looking forward to exploring more places in Vietnam. Yes, I have a plan for my trip. I'm staying in Vietnam for about 2 weeks, and I want to visit both big cities and natural areas. After Ho Chi Minh City, I'm planning to travel to Da Nang and Hoi An because I've heard they are beautiful and more relaxed. I'm especially interested in cultural experiences, so I want to visit local markets, try traditional food, and maybe take a cooking class. I also enjoy taking photos, so I'm looking for places with nice scenery. I usually travel quite independently, but I sometimes join guided tours to learn more about the history and culture. I think that helps me understand the country better. Yes, I've noticed some interesting cultural differences between Vietnam and my country. For example, people here seem to have a very strong sense of community and family. I often see families eating together or spending time with each other, which I really like. Another thing is the lifestyle. People here seem to work hard, but they also know how to enjoy simple things, like street food or coffee with friends. In my country, life can be more individual and sometimes more stressful. I think these differences are what make traveling so valuable. It helps me see new perspectives and appreciate different ways of living. The food in Vietnam is definitely one of the highlights of my trip. I've been trying something new almost every day. I really enjoy how fresh the ingredients are, especially the herbs and vegetables. At first, I was a bit concerned about street food, but after trying it, I realized it's not only delicious, but also very convenient and affordable. I especially like sitting at small street-side restaurants and watching the local life around me. I think food is a great way to understand a culture. Through food, I can learn a lot about traditions and daily habits. Of course, not everything is easy when traveling in a new country. One of the main challenges for me is the language barrier. Sometimes it's difficult to communicate, especially when I need directions or want to ask detailed questions. Another challenge is crossing the street because the traffic is very different from what I'm used to. At first, I felt quite nervous, but now I'm slowly getting used to it. Despite these small difficulties, I still really enjoy my trip. I think challenges are part of the travel experience, and they make the journey more interesting and memorable.